The Carpenter, read by your transformation coach, Irma. Number 1, Chapter 1, The Collapse. The last thing Michael remembered before walking up the hospital was running through the city streets and thinking about the ways to build his company. Now, he was laying on his back with wires and machines connected to his body, and his wife, Sarah, sat by his side, and a nurse stood over him. "What am I doing here?" he asked groggily. "Did I get hit by a car or something?" "You passed out on your run," answered Sarah, who was crying and shaking. In all the years she known him, she couldn't recall him having one more than a cold, never mind being in the hospital. "How? Why?" he asked. "That's what the doctors are trying to figure out right now. He's reviewing your test and should be in shortly," the nurse said. "I hope I'm okay," Michael said as he looked around the room and then at Sarah. She tried to smile and act reassuring, but she couldn't. She was scared and expecting bad news. Michael lifted his arms and felt the bandage and a lump on his head. "How did I get here?" "The ambulance brought you. You hit your head on the ground pretty hard. The EMT told us that a man saw you collapse and helped you. He used his shirt to stop the bleeding and call 911. He just might have saved your life." "Who was it?" "They didn't get his name. He just gave them that card sitting on the table." Sarah picked up the card and showed it to Michael, and it was a simple, plain white card with the word Carpenter and a phone number in black, bold ink. "Not much of a marketer," Michael said, coming to his senses and regaining his sense of humor. Sarah's nervousness turned to laughter as he shook her head. Even while in the hospital, he was thinking about business. She was thankful, at least, that he was feeling more normal. In that moment, the doctor walked in and stood over Michael's bed. "Well, the good news is that you didn't have a heart attack like I had feared," I said as he shook Michael's hand. "Heart attack," Michael explained. "I'm too young to have a heart attack." Not necessarily," Doctor countered. "In fact, your body is warning you that you better slow down and manage your stress, or you'll experience the real thing before too long." Michael and Sarah looked at each other. "We own a business," Sarah said. "We've been building it together, and with 2 kids, it's been a whirlwind." "Well, I advise you to slow down," the doctor said as he made eye contact with Michael. "No business or success is worth your health and life. I want you to rest for a few weeks before heading back to work. It will do your heart and your head some good. You will have a minor concussion as well, nothing major or serious, but we want your head to heal too." Michael looked at Sarah. Rest was the last thing he needed with everything they had going on. The doctor walked toward the door, but before leaving the door, he turned around and said, "You're lucky. This was just a warning. I see people all the time who don't get a warning like this. Remember, life gives us warnings for a reason. Learn from this. Do things differently. Your health, your kids, your future grandkids will thank you did." Stay tuned for tomorrow, Chapter 2.